Oh Lord, listen, if Kamala Harris wins this presidential race, right, it's gonna be because of women. Period. Black women and the whole feminist movement is gonna be because of that. No research done behind her, nothing. They're just gonna do it because she's a woman and she's a black woman, and they just want to see women in that area of power. Like, bro, it's funny. And then 4 years down the line, they're gonna be like, oh hey, Kamala Harris didn't do shit for us either. Bro, they're just doing it just because. And then if you don't vote for Kamala Harris, or if you are opposed to Kamala Harris winning the race, you're a hater and you hate women and you're misogynistic. And no, it's not that. She's just not about to do nothing. She was under Joe Biden's armpit the whole time he was in office. Bro, she's just like Joe Biden.
Hey guys, my name is Muddy and you're welcome to Muddy Speaks. I have been going on and on about the skyrocketing rise in the outspoken racism being directed at white people. Mind you, racism against any kind of race, be it white, black, brown, should be criticized and called out. However, criticizing racism against white people shouldn't be an exception either. Most times, white people are afraid of speaking out against this injustice being done to them because they are scared of being cancelled or being criticized. But recently, I have noticed that some bold white people are toughening up and speaking out against this injustice.
As a white woman in America,
please pay close attention.
The very first presidential candidate that I voted for was Barack Obama.
Why? Is it because you're a white savior or because you're a total suck-up?
I believed in that man with my entire heart. I made it very known during that time that I was voting for him.
Okay. She was happy with his policies and his principles and his method. That's perfectly reasonable, okay? You have the freedom to support and to vote for whomever you choose.
Let me tell you, I was never called a racist. I was never called a homophobic. I was never slandered in any way. So many people praised me, even though they knew absolutely nothing about me. They knew nothing about my character. I could have been a horrible person for all they knew. But because as a white person, I was voting for a black man, I was amazing to them, okay? I also want to point out that I grew up in a very predominantly white community. About 80% of my family are Republicans. They all knew that I was voting as a Democrat, and not one of them put me down for that. They all accepted that, okay? Fast forward to this election. Now, as a white woman, I have made it known I am not going to vote for the black woman. And solely based on that info, many of you say that I am a racist. Many of you say I hate black people. Many of you say I'm homophobic. Many of you say I'm against women. I want to destroy women's rights. Only because I'm not voting for the black female running for president this year. Now, would you guys have that same energy to me if in the next election in 2028, Candace Owens runs as the Republican candidate? And if you don't know her, she is very much a black woman. So if I voted for her in 2028 as a Republican, would I be a racist? Would I be a piece of shit? Would I be a bigot? Would I be all these things that you guys are claiming I am solely based on the fact that I have said I will not vote for Harris? In 2008, I was amazing because I, as a white woman, voted for a black man. But fast forward in 2024, I say I'm not going to vote for the black candidate because her policies and what she believes in does not align with my beliefs. The way she wants this country to move forward is not how I want to move forward.
Okay, pause. Now, if this woman decided not to vote for the current presidential female candidate just because she is black, then that would simply be racist because she made that decision only based on her skin color or race, right? But if she decided not to vote for Kamala Harris not because she's mixed race, but simply because her values and her principles does not align with Kamala Harris's talking point and principles, then it would be ridiculous to accuse her of racism. Now, going back to this part.
Now, would you guys have that same energy to me if in the next election in 2028, Candace Owens runs as the Republican candidate? And if you don't know her, she is very much a black woman. So if I voted for her in 2028 as a Republican, would I be a racist? Would I be a piece of shit? Would I be a bigot? Would I be all these things that you guys are claiming I am solely based on the fact that I have said I will not vote for Harris?
Yes, they would still call you a racist. They would still accuse you of racism against black people because you see, that black woman, Candace Owens, is not the type of black woman they would want you to vote for. They see her as a black-white supremacist. A funny combination of words, I know. To them, she is a self-hating black woman. They see her as a sellout. And they have so much bad emotions towards her simply because she always tells them the truth without missing words. She doesn't pamper their emotions and she doesn't reassure them that they are perpetual victims. So if you were to vote for Candace Owens as a white person, then to these people, you are a confirmed. One thing I have come to realize is that with this set of black people, you can never win, okay? If you try to follow their values and their principles, they would come for you. And if you try to appease and make them happy, you will still fail because they would surely find something to accuse you of. Either way, you will lose. You will never be able to make them happy unless you're ready to turn into a complete and utter puppet for them. And even then, I doubt you'll be able to make them happy.
And only because of that, you guys know nothing about who I am as a person. Solely because I'm not voting for her, I'm a racist. And you guys asked the question, many of you, not just one particular race, many Americans I have heard ask the question, how can we end the race war? How can we look past race? How the fuck are we going to look past race when some of you guys make race everything? How do you expect us to stop looking at race when you judge people solely on the fact that they will not vote for someone with a different skin color than them? You guys don't want people to look at race when you feel like that we shouldn't, right? Which we should not. I shouldn't like someone because of the color of their skin, but then I'm supposed to like someone for the color of their skin when it fucking benefits you. So explain to me how the race war is ever going to end when you guys use it to your advantage. Thank you, goodbye. And I don't care if I lose a follower for this. I'm tired of this shit.
She is spitting facts. The double standard is so sickening. These people pretend they want to end the race war, yet they are the ones making everything about race. I make videos pointing out the normalization of outspoken racism against white people. And because this is what I'm being exposed on the internet, even as a black person, just log into your phone, on your Twitter or TikTok or YouTube, you will be bombarded with videos upon videos, articles upon articles of some people shaming and criticizing white people for one thing or the other. It is not fair, and someone needs to speak up against this. And that is where I come in. These people have made everything about race, and yet they would accuse you, who is speaking about it, who is actually trying to make a change about it, of being the one who is making everything about race. They would tell you you shouldn't like or hate someone based on their race. Then they also turn around and bully you to like someone or vote for someone simply because of that person's race. And when you stand your ground, you're being labeled racist or a sellout or what other thing. Now, what are Kamala Harris's policies other than abortion and communism? If your principles aligns with her method, then by all means, give her all the support you can. It is your right as a citizen. But if you're voting for her simply because she is black, she's a woman and a black woman, then you really need to reflect on your decisions, because that is clearly identity politics and it has never done any country any good. As a black woman who does not support DEI, who is pro-life, who is against illegal immigration, does not support the alphabet community, my values and beliefs does not align with Kamala Harris's views, and for that, I am not rooting for her. Now, I will be called a sellout for having this opinion, and she will be called a racist for having the same opinion. This is sadly the case these days, and the way I see it, nothing is going to change anytime soon. All in all, just be your authentic self and support what you believe in, because as far as I'm concerned, I would choose competence and principles over DEI any day. Anyway, guys, these are my thoughts, but I would love to see yours in the comment section below. Please comment, but do so respectfully. If you have not subscribed to my channel, honestly, you are doing me a disservice. Subscribe now to my channel, like this video and turn on notifications, and also share this video to get people informed. Very, very important. And as you do that, please do not forget that I do not know much. I just speak.